Boxing Board of Control have an axe to grind. They have said, you shall not pass, bro. They said, literally, this is Gandalf settings. This is Gandalf, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
No, Conor Benn, Eubank, anyone that thinks they're gonna, you are not fighting, bro. Yes, other people have popped dirty. Yes, we have allowed other things to go. Yes, it's not been big news. But listen, you for taking, because right now this is literally an ego.
Yep.
Ego contest.
It's ridiculous.
This is nuts. They're saying, forget about sanctioning this fight. We're still not, because have they even handed in their bill?
Bro, they haven't.
They done the work?
This is what I'm saying. It's one of the ones where it's just like, you're just blocking anything from happening. Do something then. Do whatever you want to do. It. Stop sitting there.
Do something.
That's the part where it's like, you lot don't realize how messed up you lot are now looking.
Now they're starting to look like bad guys, even though they're not the bad guys, but this is bad form, because I know you don't treat other people like this. And what we like in anything in life is fair. We need it to be fair, yes, and talking just about, it's got to be just, because when we say fair, it's crazy. Conor Benn, whatever he's done, da-da-da-da-da. But right now, yeah, other people that have had situations, or whatever you want to call it, if you want to say trace amounts, or you want to say, you know, or the adverse, or whatever, however you want to break this down. Other people have been in a situation, and you're setting the precedent.
You've acted differently.
You acted differently.
And the worst part is, you also afforded people with a silence. For some reason, you allowed them to have privacy to deal with the matter in whatever way. But whenever Simon Jordan phones you, you are there to speak about Conor Benn on radio. Like, this whole thing right now is making you lot look very ridiculous now. You lot look so unprofessional. You lot don't even look fit to hold the position that you hold. Because unfortunately, you lot are bound by a policy of how you're supposed to behave. That's it. Regardless of how you feel about it, there is a process you lot have to follow. And you lot pick and choose whenever a process is afforded to certain fighters. And now you all look dumb. The whole board looks pathetic.
They got the word control in their name and they're not showing it. Bro. They're not. This is the first time I'm looking at an organization. Was not the first time, but I'm looking at this organization and I'm saying, what the hell are you lot doing? And it's like boxing at times shooting itself in the foot. At least, you know what it is? Because it's the ambiguity of it all. At least then, because they came out and said, well, it's a cheat, da, 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 da. Okay, listen, what is the new standard? Blanket, not in because I like that champion or I like this fighter or that fighter's cool with us, so we don't have those rules. What is the blanket rules in boxing so us mere civilians, us mere mortals can understand? What the so then after we can say what the protocol is. Right now, I do not get the protocol. I don't understand. We went crazy, and it feels like a stray bullet, but it doesn't intentionally mean to be. Dillian Whyte situation is quiet. I don't know what's going on. There's been no update. There's been nothing. Even Hellenius, bro. Hellenius on the day that he fought AJ popped dirty. A week before or something. What's going on? Why is Hellenius situation quiet? Dillian situation.
And Amir Khan.
There's so many names.
Got a year after
silent ban. This doesn't make sense, and now it feels, you know what? Now it feels personal, and when it feels personal, we now say, yo, stop it, guys, stop it. For me, I'm saying let these man fight.
Listen, I'm looking at this right now, and I've been saying let these man fight. Let these man fight. There's a whole lot of stuff that is at play here that is disgusting. So there's no structure, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like you mentioned, Hellenius, Dillian Whyte, Amir Khan, all treated differently.
Yes.
I look at this and I'm thinking to myself, you guys are not fit for your position. Now you're digging down your heels on Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn because you feel slighted by either something that they said or just how they handled you lot in the process, or because they said it's
nefarious. They said they got called out saying that this is personal. This is a personal vendetta.
But this is the thing.
Now it's
between maybe it's off the back of a Nigel relationship.
They said the Nigel thing and ripping up the contract.
So this is what I'm just like. You all look stupid, bro. Like police can't do this.
Yeah.
Have a personal beef with this criminal one to the point where...
And be the control thing. And be the...
Bro, if a police officer obtains evidence by illegal means, it doesn't land in court.
Yeah.
So, as wrong or right as that may be, that is the case.
Yeah.
And I look at the board and I think to myself, there's a lot of similarities between these dynamics here that is making me just think, you lot need to be replaced, regardless of whatever the situation is with Connor. And I look at Eubank Jr., right? He's just posted. Look at it. First of all, let's really taking the header. The collars are as gigantic.
It's like he's doing it on purpose.
He knows, bro.
He knows. The collars. If you look at the header of his Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, yeah, it's nuts.
It is. This picture is exactly how I think he pulls up in the middle of Oxford Street.
Yes,
the roundabout right outside Nacktown. Stops his car and gets out with his belt and says, I just wanted you guys to see this. I just got it today.
But yeah, what do you say?
So anyway, they're going back and forth now, and I'm just like,
are they going back and forth?
They're still going back and forth. I'll be honest, their back and forth for me doesn't connect when it's just on Twitter, because a lot of the bars, like, you got Connor's basically tweeted him on 27th of November. I can't wait to punch you in the head. He quote tweeted, dead man walking. Then it's like, another one of their tweets, he goes, what do he say? He goes, you lost your pen again. And then you better come back, you lost your license again. And I'm like, guys. Face to face, this lens. On the tweets, I'm just like, it just feels juvenile. It just feels like, you guys kind of don't like each other. It don't feel like real beef when the tweets are, these are the insults.
Yeah, the tweets.
You see what I'm saying?
That's funny though. Man said you lost your license. But you know he done it with the colours. You have to see how, because what you're not doing is you're not actually seeing the fighters in their moment when they're doing it. So that's why it doesn't feel good enough or real.
That's why I want the face.
What I'm telling you right now is Connor's like, talking about.
He's as angry as he sounds.
As angry.
Yeah.
Can't wait to punch in your face.
We'll punch him. I can't wait to punch him in his head. Like, proper with rage. And you know Eubank Jr. is sitting there with his computer, but he's got the mad setup. He's got the absolute widescreen TV, like, you know, the cinema room.
Yeah. And the line down
the keyboard,
there.
no, the keyboard, yeah. Like, bro, the recline all the way flat down. He's got the keyboard there and the mouse. And that's the screen that he's got Twitter open.
I believe
Twitter on a cinema screen.
I believe, instead of typing, he's using the mouse to click the different words.
To click the letters.
Click the letters. He's like that, and he's on some.
This is how he proof checks his tweet, like with his team and stuff. He's like, guys, come on, look at this. But he sits there like he's a director of a short film. What do you think about? What do you think about what I did there? And bro, they'll be standing in front of him while he's what? Really? And he's sitting behind, just bare stoic. They all turn around to him. He's like, let's watch. Hit send. Just watch. Because it's bare space on the screen. Lovely. Oh, good. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So you can get back to play Fight Night.
Oh, that's too funny, bro. That just killed me, though. No, but on a serious note, though, they're talking about getting to the people that commissioned the
PBA. Like, you know, it's nuts when Eddie Hearn says, yeah, those guys got a great future. I'm thinking, yeah, you know, because you plan to work with them.
You plan to absolutely
bust their careers.
But why not put it on the Misfits card?
I'm not mad about it at all. No, but it's not even the Misfits card. It's the promotion, the sanctioning body. So as long as it gets sanctioned by someone
needs to say we're allowing this.
Run it. Because the fact is this will be how you get these men the hell out of here. You say, we don't actually have to go through your avenues anymore. You've proven yourself to be inept and unreliable and an untrustworthy board of the sport. So now we're over here.
Do you reckon that there's another part? Because I'm seeing it from this element, from the Connor side. Do you reckon there's a part of them that's like, they might be afraid of the legal ramifications if something goes wrong, and how vocal? Because right now, Eubank's father has a case or whatever about this affair. He's been documented over and over again. They tried to kill my son. This is dangerous. This fight should never happen. There's weight classes for a reason. There's the, you know, when you look at the paper trail, do you reckon they're like, you know what, the blast radius for us?
I don't think it's anything to do.
You don't think there's anything like that going on?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think there's. I think Eubank Sr. is disappointed with Junior's decision making for agreeing to these things. But whilst he's obviously got his feelings about them things, I think he does know that, you made a bad decision by agreeing to these terms. Eubank Jr. said, bun it, let's go. Like,
and that's number one, even though they made the changes.
Right. Regardless of what it was presented to him, he agreed to go into the situation. Now, I think Eubank Sr. is also at odds with Junior because he doesn't have Junior's best interest in terms of these negotiations and how this could look. Because right now, the fight is set to be at 160, favorable to his son for a welterweight to be coming up to his weight class. Favorable to him. He either does not think Junior can win this fight, or he's just at odds with him because Junior doesn't want him to be head man in the team anymore.
Do you think there's an element of thinking he can't think his son can't win that fight?
Well, I think, it's very possible that he probably thinks at this stage of his career, Junior isn't who he used to be.
Oh wait, the better question is, does he not think he can win this fight without him?
No, see, that would be his own ego that tells him that. I think so. And I think there's also a real bitter anger about the fact that Junior said to him, I don't want you to be in the team in the way that you've been in my team. Some parents, unfortunately, cannot take that stepping down. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, some parents are not wired that way, and he's displaying that. And that's why my extra grind is for him. Like, I dislike that type of parenting. I think for me, I've always got a soft spot for, we're dads. Do you know what I'm saying? We're dads in our journey, and we're learning. We're doing our best to perfect this fatherhood thing.
Yeah.
So whenever I see something that I'm like, whilst I don't have all the answers, that's wrong. That's a wrong one. And I just feel like you're going to regret it. Like, you can see those moments. Like, there's certain times where my son wants to do something, right? And just to bring it just to real life.
I like it.
There's times when my son wants to do stuff, and I'm tired, bro. Like, you know how hard our life is demanding, man. And there's certain times where he's like, can we play now? And that sometimes that alone gets me to go, let's go, man.
Yeah, we got to find that.
Let's wrestle, because I did say yesterday we'd wrestle. So me and my son, we do this thing every morning when I I take him to school, right? 2-man story. And we improv a story like Jada Styles P. I'll say, so this guy did this and over to you. And he takes it on and continues. Yeah. He loves it, bro. Every morning. Bro, those mornings where you just want silence, fam. Yeah. He's like, 2-man story? I make sure because that's my boy, and I don't want to reject those moments.
Our new one that we're doing quickly, and I didn't get to tell the story earlier, but then just the silly stuff that we're doing. It's obviously Elf on the Shelf, innit? Yeah.
Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf, the little elf, whatever, brother. We started moving this elf, and said the elf just does stuff. He just does stuff in the house, But the problem is, my daughter, right, at first the elf was just doing too much. Like, the elf there's a picture of the elf taking a selfie with a phone, and my daughter was like, she was getting to sleep one night, and she's like, this elf is moving too much. I'm shook now.
Bro, kids' imaginations, Oh, fam.
Moving too much. So then after it was like, the magic's comes. So now we're like, so she was like, elf, stop moving, innit? And now the elf doesn't move anymore because, like, but we was working so hard. We was putting the elf in bare situations, bro. We was working too hard. So now the elf just stopped moving, and she's like, oh, man. I said, any man, you didn't. The elf wasn't comfortable that you was.
It's not a whole real.
It's a big. But I'm just saying, in terms of just, like, there's that thing about, just to bring it, let me quickly squeak back to boxing.
Let my son play it. The floor is lava. Oh, the commitment. Let his foot touch down. He's going mad. Daddy, let me fall down.
Have you done this? Have you done the push? You push it to the lava.
No,
you had to push it to the lava.
He does the jump to try and make it to the sofa, and it's like, he messes up, and he's like, I'm burned now. I'm like, oh my God. Brother. Anyway,
back to what you call it. Because I was thinking, man, as your child develops and stuff, how easy is it to let go, though? When you was always there. So even that, like, because it must be, like, I believe I will let go, right? But,
okay. On similar experience, right? My mum.
Yeah.
And my stand-up career.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those things where if I have to say out of Nigel and Chris, with the approach she took the Nigel approach.
Yeah.
It was very much, you've got to go into the comedy clubs. Yeah. I can't save you. Once it's up there, she goes like, you can write the best jokes. Get on stage, they don't work. Someone in the front row is heckling you. There's nothing to prepare you for that situation. You got to do it. So there was a lot of, like, distant mentorship from afar that allowed me to go, okay, now I'm building the necessary blocks to call myself a stand-up comic. Yeah. And then it was like, okay, now you're at a certain place. now we can kind of work together on something. That's the kind of stuff that is beneficial to someone to teach them to stand alone. Whereas you can see he's held Chris to the point where Chris has said, hey, allow it now, man.
Yeah,
I gotta do this thing. And he's offended now. I'm Chris Eubank Sr. None of this happens without me. And that's poisonous, because if my mum was to turn and be like, none of this happens without, I'd be like, so what you...
I can't do nothing about you doing what you did first. Yeah, I totally get it. So it's mental, man. Just on the close of we know this fight's gonna happen. I think the British Border Control have lost their. I just don't rate them in terms of. I just don't rate the organization. I don't rate how they move, and I need to see something. I need to see some solid change. I need to see a body, like a boxing body, that is the head of, like, across the board or something. I need to see the boxing. I need to see. I would love to see a change in boxing for the betterment of boxing.
But all across the board. I think if all the boards, your Nevada State Commission, this one, New York, this, that, everybody now just signs into one group chat and says, all right, man, it's us now.
Yeah,
we are the board collectively.
Thingies, but there's a board,
like the UN of the board.
Yeah.
We all sit down.
Yeah,
that's how it's got to go, because this is chaos and it ain't going to sustain. Like, when we start to see like Olympics threatening to kick boxing out of sport, it's because of crap like this.
Absolutely. Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.